And I am back with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all, I am so freaking tired. Before I start, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video I drop. Make sure y'all like the video so I can stay in the algorithm. Season 17, episode 3, rum, ruptures, and redemption. So the episode starts with K Michelle, y'all. Apparently she had underwent 2 hours of surgery to remove the infected tissue related to her injections. She said that she'll never get those silicones out of her body, so they're there forever. And she did say some of the ladies reached out to her, which was really, really nice. So then we get down to Drew and Angela. Angela says that her daughter is there until she gets back into college, and she also said when and with her partner, so I'm assuming that they broke up. That's what it sounded like to me, right? So Drew told Angela that all she does is work. She said acting pays all of the bills, and she doesn't have everything figured out, and she holds on to a lot of mom guilt. So we also, Angela, they talk about her properties. And y'all remember Angela has lost $2 million in her investments, and she also has one house invested. So she didn't totally quit. She felt like, hey, if I can make $1, then I'm gonna make it do what it do. And I wasn't mad at that. So then they talk about Black. She said that Black isn't her man. At this point, y'all, we already know Drew is allowing Black to clap her cheeks, and I'm just trying to figure out why the hell all y'all got a problem with Drew and this man. And it is what it is. Like, every time this lady come on the screen, y'all really make a big deal out of it, just out of the sheer hate that people have for this lady, and it is very annoying. Like, nobody has held, unless some of us has held Portia to task for walking in and stealing somebody's husband. Like, I know, I guess I know it's like apples and oranges, but fuck, like, leave this lady alone. Like, y'all starting to get on my damn nerves. Y'all know I go up for Drew. Anyway, fine. So Portia, Cynthia, Phaedra, K Michelle, straight from the hospital. I don't understand that. They go to the nail shop. I was like, girl, why would you do that? Like, it just always makes me feel like this woman always has something to prove. Like, why are you trying to convince? But she did say she did deal with some insecurities. And it's like, girl, you are great. You are great. Own that. Like, baby, I don't know. Maybe I'm too tired to... She been aggravated. Just this little stuff just aggravates the dog shit out of me. Anyway, so the ladies asked Kay Michelle, how she's doing. She asked them what happened. Portia was like, hey, do you want to talk about it? She's talked about it. And Portia just automatically asked her if she had a miscarriage. And I was like, this lady literally has no awareness. And I just be like, what we doing? Like, I get it. Y'all, I get it. And Portia is just one of those people that her life has always been about her. That's what, if we could go back on the old seasons of Atlanta, that's why some of the ladies did have a problem with Portia, because Portia has always been self-centered, and Portia has always centered Portia. And that is okay. That is okay. It just sometimes Portia kind of remind me of Sierra on Love and Hip Hop. Like, Sierra is just all in Sierra's world. And it's like, you just... I really don't think she meant harm. I just think she's so self-absorbed that if it has nothing to do with her and maybe her daughter or whatever else, she don't give a damn. I don't know. Anyway, Portia then decided she wanted to share her story. And I will say this annoys me to no end, because if I'm telling you my story, and Portia did it again when she had that sit down with Kay, we're not here to talk about you. We're here to hash out some stuff in the issues that I do have with you. And it's always that, and I don't think she tried to one up on purpose. I think it's almost like, I know you feel sorry for yourself, but I also want you to feel sorry for me. Like, I don't like it. So Kay asked the ladies about Kelly's event. Portia said she did not go. She told her why she didn't go, and that they'll have a chit chat later. Cynthia asked Kay, well, do you think what Portia said to Kelly has some truth to it? It's like, Cynthia, why would you even ask that? She don't even know these ladies like that, for real, for real. But whatever. So she was like, I don't know nothing about nobody hot pocket. And Cynthia just once again want to decide to be obtuse and act like she don't know what the word hot pocket means. So y'all, we get to Shamia, and y'all know Shia. I think she said Shia was in the 1st or the 2nd grade. Y'all charge my head and not my heart. I think she said 1st. I really strongly think she said 2nd, but Shia is in the 1st or the 2nd grade. Shiloh is doing amazing in her therapy, and at this point, Gerald is gonna Gerald. Okay. She talks with Gerald about her rum company. He was like, oh, it's fine. What did he think about it? She said that he wasn't impressed by it. She also said that he was going to shut it down. Based on the phone calls, on the calls he was on with her, with the people in Granada. Yeah, he was asking, I feel like he was asking the right questions. And I don't think he meant to be mean. It's just that I think he looked at it from a financial standpoint, and he was like, this was going to be too much. And so I guess that was the main reason for him wanting to shut it down. And sometimes you just want, I think sometimes you look at Gerald and you be like, sir, can you at least chalant? Because, okay. So then she also said that Gerald doesn't also believe in her business ventures. And what's pissing me off about these men on here, I'm talking about Derek, Gerald, whatever Angela's husband name is, the way y'all downplay these ladies to no end is terrible. It's very, 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 very terrible. So then we get to Pinky. She goes to see an attorney because she wants to file for bankruptcy. I do have a question for everybody, and y'all can drop it down in the comments. Can y'all tell me why y'all don't like Pinky? And I don't know why I keep wanting to call this lady Pinky Dog. I don't want to mix shows. But Pinky, why is it that y'all don't like Pinky? What is it about her? Because she hasn't done anything. I don't, in my opinion, it may be like when we saw her in the first episode, her tone was strong, but I didn't take anything from it. And it wasn't even bad. It was just more like assertive. Like, this is who I am. And this is how she presents herself. But I feel like we don't know much about her not to like her. But if you don't, drop it down in the comments and let me know, like, what is going on with Pinky? What she do? So she said, she tells the attorney that she was the personal guarantor of everything, all of the businesses. And she also tells us that her former CFO took money from her company. And when she purchased one of her companies back, she actually had 2 lawsuits, and they're a lot of money. So I do think Pinky is going to bounce back from all of this. And shout out to that attorney for speaking life into her and into her business. Okay? He was like, listen, it's all gonna come back together. Okay, you were saying all of that to say that, and I wasn't mad at it. Okay, so then we get a scene with Cynthia, Michelle. I don't know why I put Michelle. Cynthia, Kay, and Pinky. So they all talk about Kay's tweets and who she was calling the bimbo, and apparently Portia was the bimbo. Phaedra was like, "Well, I'm most certainly I aren't. I'm most certainly not a bimbo. You are, but whatever. You." So Kate lets them know she told Portia, um, outside of what she personally had going on, and she was like, for this dingbat to ask her if she was having a miscarriage was wild. Like, girl, like you knew about all of this, and it just kind of goes back to what I said a moment ago, that Portia is all about Portia. She is so self-absorbed. And I will say this. I don't like a self-absorbed bitch. Okay? I know somebody like that. Absolutely. Know somebody absolutely like that, and I do not talk to them. It's always whenever you will get in, and it never fails. I ain't talked to this person in a long time, but I bet if I pick up the phone and call this person and they be like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? I'm good. I'm just a little tired, but I'm about to go lay it down." They will make their life more grand, or their hurt and pain more grand, or they make everything about them. Like, whatever your situation is, they will center their situation about them. I know y'all know people like that. Drop down in the comments and let me know. I was just saying, y'all. I really do think Portia sometimes lack awareness, and I think that's a part of her acting like she's always been dumb over the years, but we know she know better. But whatever. Y'all know she used her big titties and ass in her face to just out of everybody's situation. I'm just saying. So anyway, Cynthia tells Kay that Portia will probably apologize if you have a conversation with her, and she felt like that Portia may have misspoke. And I can see that. Kay feels like she's been Kelly'd by Portia. I was like, my God. So Kay asked Cynthia, well, what's up with Phaedra? Because all she do is giggle. High five you, and she do her standard, or shade you. Like the reeds are whack, she's whack, and I just don't understand. You could give her peach, and the fact that y'all made her a main character and she's still not a friend of is sickening to me. Because why? She gave absolutely nothing last season nor this season, but she still do dirty stuff. So anyway, Pinky was like, listen, Phaedra don't do nothing but be eating them dead people down in that basement at Willie Walker's funeral home, where this is Willie Walker's funeral home. You book them, we cook them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. So, only reason Pinky is saying that is because Shamia. Okay, because we got to point out the middleman. Okay, so we get a flashback. We see Shamia, Angela, and Pinky. Shamia told Pinky that Phaedra said that she eat meat. And so Kay told Pinky, girl, I don't trust no lawyer that don't practice law. And Pinky said, I don't trust no lawyer that eat dead people. I said, my God, on today. And y'all know Cynthia about to go take all this information and go tell these ladies what they said. I'm just, okay, fine. So Pinky feels like, I want to be around supportive people. And then they flash back with her and K. Michelle, and they really are good friends. It seems as though that those two ladies are really cool. And it seems as though that Pinky did not tell Derek about her bankruptcy. And I'm not sure what is the breakdown in that. I think Pinky has probably always shown up as, I have to do this myself, because Derek only been in a picture, what, 3-4 years? He has not been in a picture this long. So Pinky is probably that hyper independent woman that's, and it's to a fault where I won't ask for help, because either you're not going to do it in a way I need you to, or you're not going to do it at all. So to eliminate all the disappointment, I'm just going to do the shit myself. And she keeps everything close. I understand where Pinky's coming from, but that's just my personal opinion. Like, when it comes to Pinky, and as it relates to Derek and her not sharing, her business ventures or whatever is going on with her husband. So anyway, she said that she didn't have support at all, and I was like, wow, that's a lot. So does Derek not support you? And when y'all have that date night and he said that he want to be the one to support you, is he only saying this on camera, or does he not support you because he doesn't know what's going on? And these are questions that I have. So anyway, we get to Drawing Black. Income Black. Black is from New Orleans. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all finna get all this New Orleans. Alright? So, apparently Drew must have fell for the was in, baby. Like, Drew. If he come up to you and say, what's in love? What's in, babe? Y'all know I can't make myself do it. But when you do it, don't fall for it. They ain't shit. Okay? A New Orleans man ain't shit. Okay? They're crazy. Okay? Y'all always talking about us, women from New Orleans, but the New Orleans man ain't shit. Okay? Because first of all, Black came in there with a leather jacket, a black leather jacket. I think it was leather. It looked leather to me. And he just looked musty as the fuck. Because, sir, where's your shirt? Where is your bra? Like what? Nothing cute about Black upon seeing him. And if you gonna come on camera, at least get a retwist on your locks. Okay? Like, when I tell y'all she getting that New Orleans, and that's all it is. Okay? Drew she ain't selling it. Selling what? The cat. Okay, she is giving it up. I'm sorry. I do mean to be crass. Drew, he give me, I'm going to take you through there. So, now I will say this. The last nigga done told the lady that she only deserve a Lunchable and he ain't worth a damn. At least this little man came through with some flowers, and and it might be a lie, and I'm not excusing that maybe it's a lie or not. He wants friends with benefits. Let's be clear. That's all he wants from Drew. And I'm sure that she's giving up the benefits, and I'm sure that she's benefiting from it. They both are. It is an even exchange. But he bought the kids some gifts. Yeah, you bought her some flowers, and he seemed like he do some things for Drew financially, and I'm not mad at that. But I just wouldn't make him a long time. Okay, he would be considered a good time. Okay, I'm just saying, y'all do not let that raggedy ass New Orleans shit fool y'all. Okay, because apparently anything outside of the state of Louisiana, y'all go wild for a New Orleans dude. Okay? All he have to do is say, baby. And y'all just think he personally talking to you. No. That is just a term of endearment we use in New Orleans. Okay? Because if you was around the women in New Orleans, they gonna say, hey, my baby. That's how we talk. Okay, not me. I don't call people my baby. But I will, you'll hear me say that word, a lot of times. I'm just saying, Drew I hope you know whatever you doing with Black. I'm not here to give you a hard time because the nigga Ralph is giving you a hard time already. All right? It is what it is. Okay? He tells her the bullshit about, you more like a wife. You not like a girlfriend. Sir, you would never and could never. Okay? Black gives old rusty ass uptown nigga. Okay? He definitely give me 7 more hard head. I'm just saying. I need to find out what school Blake went to. You know what? I don't even have my phone with me. Damn it. I left my phone in there. I have to see where Black from in New Orleans. But anyway, and Black, you better not be from across the damn river. Okay? You coming on here looking like this. Like you didn't put no effort. Like you ain't even try to wear a button down. You came in here with your leather jacket and your leather pants. Okay, looking like Troy off of Waiting to Exhale. You raggedy bitch. I'm sorry. So anyway, y'all already know they doing the nasty. Okay, she talking about they cuddling. Girl, but I get it. You don't want to admit that on TV just based on the raggedy man that you have, because I was on, I forget who live I was sitting on. I want to say shout out to Sandra Pigeon Extra. That's my auntie, my internet auntie. Okay, I think somebody was saying that he y'all go subscribe to my auntie's channel. Okay. What did they say about Ralph? I know Ralph is friends with Martell. I don't know whose live I was on, but they were saying that, or somebody was saying that he basically gave Martell the whatnots to give Melody a hard time. So y'all already know he's giving this lady a run for her money. All right. Anyway, that's not. But anyway, somebody need to rub on that lady because her husband ain't doing a good job. Okay, he getting rubbed on by hoes, by massage hoes in Tampa. So we get to Angela. Angela goes to her investment property and she have her daughter with her. Angela, you should have left your negative Nancy ass daughter at home. I mean, yeah, she was asking a couple of right questions, but girl, shut up. Like everything, I felt like everything came out of her mouth was negative. Like I know you trying to help your mom, but if you see your mom trying, just be like, you know what? Is this, you sure you want to do this? If she say yeah, then you let it go and you leave it alone. But you want to be Inspector damn Gadget and you working on my nerves. Okay? Anyway, I ain't gonna hold you. The house was nice. It just needed some, it needed to be stained and varnished here, there. The spiders needed to go. Just a couple of things before you try to sell that property. Yay, girl. Ain't nobody gonna want to purchase that. I think the outside of it was just a little hot mess. Just, look clean up here and there. Make it look nice. Look fresh paint or something. I don't know. So, we found out that Charles know that she has the house under contract. He just hadn't seen the house. And I just don't like the fact that she said that he doesn't take her serious. And she feels like after all of the losses she had in 2024, she just need one win. And I want that for Angela. And it's hard. And I'm going to say this. Because she even talked about like when her mom died, and I didn't want to delve into that, but it is a lot. After losing somebody, and Angela's 2024 was my 2022. And I've had losses like within 3 weeks. Like I lost my auntie and then I lost my dad. And then I lost a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm talking about from April all the way to December. I lost it. And you just come in the next year just wanting, even if you don't get all the wins, you just want something. And I'm glad that she did stick with this and she didn't just fully, bow out gracefully. So I'm proud of Angela. She did say she still have her, her other businesses, which is really, really good. But I'm hoping that this pans out for her too. And I'm hoping that she really soars in it. So then we get to Shamia. A guy named Max has helped her with her rum deal. And she lets them know that she wants to do a rum mold of her ass, and she wants to call it Rum Bum. And I was like, okay. Like, people do odd things all the time. We understand that Shamia is an odd person. And not only that, I don't know. Shamia just hadn't bothered me this season. Nobody has bothered me this season. There are just some things that I feel like I just needed to point out. We're only four episodes in, so nobody has bothered me. But she wanted to do a peach flavor. But unfortunately, there are no peaches in Grenada, so she would have to import those peaches from, wherever they could, Atlanta, Georgia, somewhere in Georgia, to Grenada, but that's going to cost her more money. And then we find out that she's using her own money, and she said that she has some doubt in it. And I think some point in the season, if I'm not mistaken, she's going to have a sit down with Gerald where she's going to ask him for more money. And I think that was in the trailer where she talked to him about, more money to help her with the business. And I just don't understand, like, the lack of support from these husbands is trash. Like, I know Todd ain't shit, but he came on pushing Candy real hard. Okay? It's just Greg. Greg was whatever Nene needed. Greg did it. If she needed her drawers washed by hand, squeezed out, iron, folded, he was gonna do it. Okay? Peter just wanted to be in front of the cameras. I don't know. But these husbands suck. They really, really do. And that's just my personal opinion, y'all. And if I'm wrong, y'all can drop it down in the comments. But that's just really my personal opinion. And I don't like how these women are trying to maneuver on their own. And it's like they have this nonchalant attitude, like we really don't give a shit. Anyway, Pinky, her and her husband is out on a date because they don't have a lot of time to date, with the kids and the businesses. It don't give them enough time to go out on date night. So she asked if he had a chance to get married again, would he do it? Would he do it again? The raggedy nigga said no. But understanding their story and how they got married, I can understand why he would say no. But I just don't like Derek. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't like Derek, and that's just what it is. So Derek asked her, and he took this time to be, I'm hoping he was serious, but he want to know how can he help her, and help her with her businesses. And I don't know, it just seemed like because she still hadn't told him about the bankruptcy. Anyway, I think she did. I'm not sure. I don't think she said anything. So then Portia and Kay have their sit down. What I gathered and what I said earlier, Portia, I guess them having a conversation prior to the cameras rolling. I think Portia have sat down with her, but she didn't remember whatever story Kay had and the things Kay had going on, because they're not important to Portia and it doesn't benefit Portia. So yeah. Anyway, I did say earlier, and I wrote it down, that she has always showed up selfish and self-absorbed. And her apology, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I think Portia's apology was whack. I think that she was like, because if I offended you, and I'm just like, bitch, this lady just told you that you offended her. And I don't, y'all already know, whenever you come to me and say if, oh yeah, I can't fool with you. Okay, because I would never. Anyway, they both are reformed crash outs. They hug it out. Kay says she normally don't give people a chance, but she found in some graceful portion, and I'm just like, why? Why did she get again? It's the smile, the teeth, the big booty, the titties. I don't know why. Why? Because she's dismissive to what you have going on. But anyway, it is what it is. That's all I got, y'all. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. And yeah, this is your girl Kimai, reminding you to keep showing up, keep growing, stay true to yourself, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.